We've done all this to get to this next part of the show. What a pleasure to have. You know, you can watch all the video clips on YouTube of previous Mesa Morning Lives, and this gentleman, our special guest today, has the most racked up YouTube visits and minutes of all of our guests, and you're about to see why. Please welcome back one of our favorite guests and one of my favorite golfing buddies. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Scott Flansburg, the human calculator. Welcome, buddy. Good to have you here. And no hard questions like Billy Dean. You can just, that was fun. And man, it's good to see you. I never see you except at Mesa Morning Live. This is...
Yeah, or golf.
Or golf.
So I gotta say thanks to the Chamber first. I don't know, some of you already know, we had the first ever accounting bee in November. It's like a spelling bee, but it's a counting bee to promote STEM and numeracy for kids. And Sally stepped up. It was about a year ago. I just said, hey, I really want to get this event going. And Sally goes, what do you need? And I said, well, just this, that. And she goes, call me tomorrow. And it was all set up. Wow. So Jared was at Mesa Community College. He's here today, I believe. He stopped by. Is he still here? He's here somewhere. And we ended up inviting students from across the state of Arizona. And we had hundreds and hundreds of students register to qualify for the counting bee. We invited the fastest 45 students from 6 years old to 17 years old. And the winner turned out to be an 11-year-old boy from Tempe. So, Bob, do we have the video? Can we show that? Okay. Start at 7, count by 3, go.
7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, 28, 31, 34, 37, 40, 43, 46, 49, 52, 55, 58, 61, 64, 67, 70, 73, 76, 79, 82, 85, 88, 91, 94, 97, 100, 103, 106, 109, 112.
Wow.
Wow.
The counting
That was
bee
crazy.
is an annual, fast-paced, and exciting competition that reveals the fastest human counters in different age categories around the world. Based on a 15-second countdown, Mathletes will race to compute as many numeric answers in each level. The counting bee was created by Scott Flansburg, known as the human calculator, a nickname given to him by television star Regis Philbin. Scott is an educator, speaker, Guinness World Record holder, best-selling author, and host of the Human Calculator television show on the History Channel International. But most importantly, his purpose across the globe is to help students improve their basic math and numeracy skills. If you care about the education of young students and wish to grow their interest in STEM learning and numeracy skills, we're looking for corporations that wish to join our mission. Visit thecountingbee.org to contact us. We're counting on you.
So the kid, the voiceover is the winner. He did a great job. He was a lot of fun. That was a 7-year-old boy you saw there, and he just got 35 answers in 15 seconds is what you saw there. And he wasn't even the fastest kid. So we really created an event that celebrated these fastest mathletes. And the winner actually went on Good Morning Arizona with Scott Passmore, and they gave him 5 minutes. It was the day after Thanksgiving on that Friday. And he came off like a superstar. And so we're gonna take that to each state in the country this year. And we're gonna have the National Counting Bee, the very first one ever, the inaugural National Counting Bee will be here in Arizona in November. And we've also already, just because of that video and the event in November, we've already have 22 countries signed up to do counting bees this year. So Sally, thank you very much. God bless you. Bob, thank you, buddy.
That's awesome.
So, and just so you know, it's not just for kids. We really wanted to liven it up, Mark. So this is where it got funny is it's not only, we had age groups, so 6 years old and under, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12 to 17, and then 18 and over. But we had another division for teachers. So all these teachers that did the counting bee for the kids, then they had to race their own students to see if they would qualify for the counting bee. And so at the first National Counting Bee, we're gonna have a teacher category, a parent category, and also a celebrity category. Because I really think, just like today, we got this beautiful painting of a famous athlete. We celebrate athletes all the time, and it's great. but we should celebrate our mathletes. Our students should know our most famous mathletes and people that promote and help STEM and get these kids to these amazing fields that a lot of kids just don't feel like they could ever get to. So I'm not trying to reinvent the way we teach math. I really think we've created a fun event called the National Counting Bee, which is just like a spelling bee, but it's just to promote numeracy and highlight these kids that have been sitting in our classrooms that nobody's really celebrated. And I can tell you, when you're at this event, or I visited a school in Mesa that had Sally, we had over 100 kids in one school try to qualify for the counting bee. And when I did my show and I asked all the kids that qualified to stand up, the school went nuts. They celebrated these kids like they were the top football star or the biggest singer in their school. So we really want to put the spotlight on these kids. So Sally, thanks for launching that. Now it's happening so quickly. It's just amazing. So within a year, we'll be in over 22 countries. And next year, we have the first international counting bee, which is going to be in Dubai in June 2020. And that's already all set up. It's going to be part of the Olympics of mental sports. So that's all happening in 2 months. So it's fun for me because Mark Cordes and I go way back. When I first came to Arizona 30 years ago and did my first TV show, like an infomercial thing, Mark was the host. He actually warmed up the audience. It was at
Horizon High School.
Horizon High School.
Yeah.
And that was almost 30 years ago. And so, Mark, just thanks for being a great friend for all these years. And could you guys give him a big hand? He's like just a great guy to have in your life.
Well, the day we played golf at the Boulders, is that still your best round of golf?
Best round of golf ever in my life. And it's happened, 3 people I think have had their best rounds with you. Jim Mooney, I think, said that he did. So, yeah, you've got a gift.
I'm a very calming influence on the golf course.
It's just a distraction because we see how bad it can be, and then we're like, all right, we can really focus.
Hey, I don't want to brag. I just signed an endorsement deal with Ping Golf Clubs out of Phoenix. They're paying me $10,000 a year to use Callaway Club.
Yeah.
And
well,
I'm kind of proud of that.
Now, since something came up right when I was getting ready to come on about baseball, I just wanted to touch on something real quick is, I'm not trying to rewrite math books. I think I've come up with something that's so simple to just get our brains thinking about numbers. And so I just want to share it with you real quick. I've done this before, but 50% of people, when I ask them afterwards, just didn't get it. So just for fun, everybody look at your phone for a second. Bob, can you pop up, did you see that tweet I sent, the text I sent you a minute ago with the picture of the, if you got it, great. If not, don't worry about it. Everybody look at your phone and go to where you would create an email to someone. And when you get to that page, it's the keyboard. The keyboard, sorry, mate. Hit the 1, 2, 3 on the bottom left where the numbers come up on the top of your screen. Do you see it? Does anybody notice anything odd about the arrangement of those numbers? Zero's in the wrong place. So not just your phone, but every phone. 2019, okay? We're like way into the future now, right? And we have phones that don't have 0 in the right place. All of your phones say, did you get it? There it is. Up on the top, you see how our keypads are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. This frustrates me to no end because children pick up these devices and we're trying to teach them numbers and they see this pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. They don't think 0 is a number. They think that 0 is a placeholder for 10. I don't even know what some kids are thinking about, but they don't think of it as 0, 1, 2, 3. And so I'm on a mission to change this. I'm not trying to change math curriculum. I just think our world is wired backwards. And so look at those 10 digits, and then on the bottom of the screen, you'll see that I fixed it for Apple. This is the iPhone. So I sent it to them, and I haven't heard anything back yet. But, so we're all old enough in this room that I'm just curious, can anybody tell me or guess why phones and typewriters and keyboards all have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 instead of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can anybody tell me why?
Is it from the count on?
She got it. It took me, I wish I had met you years ago. It took me years to figure this out. It was the rotary phone. Remember when we were growing up and you had to use a rotary phone? Well, the first number was a 1 because there's 1 click. You couldn't have a 0 click. You know what I mean? So everything started at 1 click, 2 click, 3 click, and that's what 9 click, and then 0 was way at the other end. You had to go 0. That's why people hated people with zeros in their numbers. It took so long. Zeros in the wrong place. And then when they went from typewriters and keyboards to, computers and stuff, they just took that off of the telephone and the keyboard and kept it the way it is. And so if all we do is before 2020, like 2020 vision, let's put 0 in the right place, okay? And not only on our phones, but our keyboards, it's everywhere. If any of you play the lottery, if you go to buy a ticket, you got to pick 6 numbers out of 75 or something. But the numbers you can pick are 1 through 75. They skip 0. Nobody counts 0, but 0 is the most important number. So if you turn on your calculator, you'll notice that when you turn on a calculator, it always starts at 0, and that's the only reason a calculator works. So when I perform at schools or corporate events, I do this, I show them this. Think about numbers like this. We all have 10 fingers, but we're wired to think like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's just counting your fingers. But if you want to think like a calculator, it's really 0 through 9. Those are the 10 digits. 10 fingers, 0 through 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Everything is all about the number 9, but kids skip it because they think 10 is stealing the show. It's the Romans' fault. They had 1 through 10 everywhere. So just to show you how powerful the number 9 is, most people are very visual. So if you want to write down your age, don't let anybody else see it if you don't want them to, but write down your age, or if you can do this in your head, great. And now, add up those digits in your age, and you get a total, right? Put that total underneath your age. So if you're 50, you would add 5 and 0 is 5, and put the 5 underneath the 50 and do subtract. What's 50 minus 5? So everybody do that with your age. Take your total of your digits and subtract it from your age, and you get a 2-digit answer, right? Mark, you got a 3-digit answer.
I get 3 digits.
Yeah. So, now, add all those digits together in your answer, and what do you get?
9.
This works for every number from 10 to infinity. So when you're leaving the show today and you see a speed limit sign out front here, it'll be 30. Just your brain, you can exercise your math brain. Just go 30. 3 plus 0 is 3. 30 take away 3 is 27. 2 and 7 is 9. If you get 9, everything is fine. It's a little exercise for the human brain to teach our kids their math facts. So instead of memorizing every math fact, which really doesn't teach you anything, now kids can learn their math facts. So the reason I brought all this up is because you guys were talking about baseball. The Cubs, spring training's coming up next week. So baseball is the perfect opportunity, because it's America's game, to teach our kids all about the number 9. I'm going to prove it to you, okay? Can anybody think of anything in baseball that has to do with the number 9? 9 innings.
Number of players.
9 players on the field, 9 guys in the batting order, or girls. What else? 9 strikes is 3 outs. What else? Anything? Here's where it gets crazy. A baseball is 9 inches in circumference, okay? A baseball has 108 stitches. 108 adds up to 9, okay? Weird, right? From base to base is 90 feet. 9 plus 0 is 9. Each team gets 27 outs per game. 2-7 adds up to 9. Each team plays 81 home games. 8 and 1 is 9. They play 81 away games. 8 and 1 is 9. Total is 162. 1, 6, and 2 adds up to 9. The inventor of baseball is Abner Doubleday. The last name Doubleday has 9 letters in it. So, and now the weird part is if you're at a baseball game, like everybody's gonna go to spring training in Arizona, right? We love it. When you take your kid to a spring training game, if you got a kid around 9 years old, if they can't do this following exercise, it will reveal to you all the gaps in their understanding of basic arithmetic. So when you see a baseball player run across the field and he's number 44, okay? Your son or daughter should be able to say, hey, 44. 4 plus 4 is 8. 44 minus 8 is 36. 3 and 6 is 9. Everything is fine. If they can't do that with a player's number, if they can't add them up, if they can't subtract, if they can't recognize that it adds up to 9, it will show you as a parent what gaps your kid has in just the basic arithmetic. And that's all I'm about. I'm not trying to get into algebra. I think if all of our kids learn this silly little pattern that everything goes back to 9, it will revolutionize the relationship they have with numbers. So now you got your kids in the back of the car, you're driving down the road, and they see a speed limit sign that says 55. They should say 5 and 5 is 10. 55 minus 10 is 45. 4 and 5 is 9. If they don't get 9, something's wrong. So it's a checker for their brain. So I'm on a mission to reach every 9-year-old kid on the planet to teach them this. And I've created a coloring book that goes 0 to 99 instead of 1 to 100. It shows them all these amazing patterns just using 10 crayons. It'll just give them a chance to see how numbers truly work. And so we're not changing anything when it comes to schools. I think we've created Chapter 0. It's a coloring book for the kids. It teaches them about the 9, really it's all 0 through 9. And then it gives them a chance to be able to add and subtract and do basic math. And now we can teach them higher math. So that's the goal of the counting bee. It's really the Trojan horse to get the 9 thing into all the schools and stuff. So any help, greatly appreciated. Make sure your kids' schools are signed up for the counting bee. They can start practicing now, registering scores and things like that, okay? So I had to do the 9 thing about baseball, though, because it's, it's my, well, golf is my favorite, though. Golf is all number 9, too.
Oh, yeah, 9
holes.
18, 1 and 8.
1 and 8 is 9. Par is 36. 3 and 6 is 9. Par is 72. 7 and 2 is 9. Every yardage marker goes back to 9. So let's see. We have a mutual friend. His name's Freeman Terrio. Freeman has 46 hole-in-ones. 46 hole-in-ones. I've seen 8 of them in person. The longest par 3 he's ever made a hole-in-one on is 212 yards. So everybody think of 212, all right? 212. What's 2 plus 1 plus 2?
5.
212 minus 5 is 207. 207 adds up to 9. So if kids would learn this just in our everyday life, there are numbers all around us that we just sort of block out that are literally just lessons waiting to happen for our students, our kids, to learn their basic math facts. So please take advantage of this simple opportunity. There's free videos at my website. It takes 5 minutes and let the kid watch it, okay?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's what I'm working on. But now, Bob, can we do the calendar? So I invented it. Hold on, I'm sorry. That's the perfect picture. You guys, the calendar's a mess. There's no 0 in the calendar either. The Romans didn't count 0. Remember, they went from 1 BC to 1 AD. There's no 0 month. There's no 0 day. They're all about number 1. You remember the Roman numerals? I is a 1, right? What's V?
5.
X.
10.
L.
50.
C. D. 500. If you add up the first 6 Roman numerals, 500 plus 100 plus 50 plus 10 plus 5 plus 1, you get 666, right?
Right.
Yeah, 666.
The mark of the beast.
Check it for me. Yeah, it's mark of the beast. Oh, no, wait. Okay, so, so I think the Romans were evil. They didn't count 0, and so by counting 0, it changes. So I invented a 13-month calendar. Every month has 28 days. 4 weeks, so the first is always a Monday. The second's always a Tuesday. The 5th is always a Friday. Banks would love, well, they hate it, but they love the synchronicity of it, but they would lose money. So you can download this 13-month calendar for free at my website on the store page. It's breaking up the year into 28 days at a time, and it shows you how simple our lives would be if we did 13 months and every month had 28 days. 13 times 28 is 364. So I included 0 as the first day of the year, and that's what makes it have 365. So it's the first 0-based calendar, and you can see the visual there. On a clock face, it's usually just 1 through 12. I just stuck the 0 in the middle and made all 13 of them a 28-day grid behind it. So all the days of the calendar fit on a clock. So you can actually see what time it is and what day and what month it is all in one interface. So that didn't go over well at all. I tried to say it was from Y2K, but now I'm starting to get worried about Y3K. So I know this thing could take some time, so I brought this in. This is a new idea. This is a 1-page calendar. This is a way to capture all 365 days of the year on 1 page. So see on the left how all the numbers 1 through 31 are over there? So find your birth date, the number, on the left. Now, find your month on the top. They're spread out. There's a reason for that, the way they're put, but just find your month on the top and your date on the left. And now, where those two intersect will tell you what day of the week that date is on this year. Does it work for everybody? So now let's all see what day is Christmas this year. Everybody look at December at the end there, and 25, what day is Christmas? Wednesday, very good. What day is July 4th this year? Very good. Who did that Thursday so fast? Wow, that was really fast, man. So you guys, you only need one page. You're welcome to use this. Please share it with your friends, whoever, clients. But it's just a novelty item. I've done this for every year. I have a lot of free time. So if you want one for 2020 or anything in the future, just let me know and I'll send it to you. But it's just a fun way to organize time. And please share it with schools. When I do schools, at the end of the show, I'll put this thing up there and I'll ask all the kids to find their birthday and their friends and stuff. And it's just fascinating to watch how they organize information. And you'll see a lot about how your kids are wired when you ask them to do this simple exercise, if they can't figure out month and day and what it is and stuff. So, yeah, you're welcome to share that. No, Mark, you've never seen that before, right? I just came up with it December 31st.
That's awesome because it's right there. Because I'm always having to dig through and look at my calendar. What day's what?
Well, and
Boom.
it would, imagine a calendar's 12 months. This is only one page. So 12 page versus one page, that's 91.7%, 6-7% savings every time you go to print a calendar. So it's all about saving,
Let me tell you the kind of math problems I have in my head. And we didn't rehearse this. If Pizza Hut, let's say Pizza Hut's your favorite pizza. If Pizza Hut had a special for an 18-inch pizza for $15, or two 12-inch pizzas for $15, which one would be the better value? How many people think the 18-inch pizza is a better deal than the two 12s? 18-inch? Two 12s.
Who cares? No.
Look at me. I care. The answer is the 18-inch pizza is more pizza than two 12-inch pizzas.
Well, there's a lot of ways to look at this mathematically. I'll check that, but
I've eaten it.
It's funny because I do exponents first. So if you do have 12 and I square that, it's 144. Another 12 squared is 144. So total that's 288. But 18 squared is 324. So it's a perception thing, yeah.
Yeah, there's more mass to an 18-inch pizza.
And you seem like a pro, like
That's
you really
what I said.
worked it out.
I have worked on that. I've actually eaten all three pizzas, and I felt more full after the 18-incher.
Right. No.
That's just my contribution to this. That's it. Well, that's awesome. So, how many students? Well, you would know probably exactly. How many students a year are you in front of talking about your concepts?
Well, I've been doing the human calculator for 30 years now, and I've just went over 1.6 million kids in person over those 30 years. So roughly, probably, thousands of schools now. It's been great, though. It's a dream come true to go to a school, and kids are already, they hate you because you're doing a math assembly. So you got to break that barrier. Then you got to impress them with something. And so can I just do one thing? Everybody bring up your calculator on your phone. I'm just going to do one little quick thing, okay? Everybody bring up your calculator and punch in 5. And then hit plus, and then hit 5 again, and hit equals. And it should say 10, right? But now hit equals again, and some of you are gonna get 15, right? And just keep hitting equals, and it'll keep counting by 5. It'll go 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, like that. But some of yours, probably Androids, they don't, right? They just stay at 10, right? If you have an iPhone, though, so if you have a neighbor with an iPhone, go ahead and enjoy the beauty of that. And so everybody, you see how that works. You just do 5 plus 5, and you hit equals, and it says 10. But if you keep hitting equals, it'll keep counting by that number. So I'm in the Guinness Book of World Records for counting by a number faster than a calculator. So everybody clear your calculator. Miss, you were so fast. Please pick a 2-digit number you want me to count by. 14. Bigger, tougher. Mark could do 14. Bigger. 72. Okay. So it adds up to 9, but that's okay. All right, so everybody clear your calculator and punch in 72 plus 72 and hit equals. Now I'm gonna start counting by 72, just like we were counting by 5, all right? And you'll see my brain just gets going faster and faster, all right? So Mark, you checking me, right? So you should have 144 216, 288, 360, 432, 504, 576, 648, 720, 792, 864, 936, 1008, 1080, 1152, 1224, 1296, 1368, 144, 1512, 584, 1656, 1728, 1-800, bing. 1-800-18 adds up to 9. Okay, so there you go. So my world record is 36 answers in 15 seconds. So, but what I want to show one thing, because, you know, I've been doing this so long now, the Guinness people thought I had cheated. And I was like, how do I cheat doing that? And they said, well, we don't think you're calculating. We think you just memorized all these answers. I was like, that would be incredible to do that. And he goes, can you prove to us that you're not memorizing it? And I said, oh, so it took us a minute, but we figured it out. So everybody clear your calculator. And now, start with 7, punch in 7, and now hit +5, and hit equals, and it says 12, right? But now keep hitting equals, and it'll keep counting by 5, right? So 12, 17, 22, 27. But you've never heard that pattern before. You didn't memorize that. So that's what we're gonna do with my record. So clear your calculators. Miss, please pick let's pick a tough 3-digit number to get started. It's our new 0 for this example. I'm gonna show to you that I'm not memorizing these numbers. I'm gonna count from a random number. No, just a random 3-digit number. 352? Okay, so everybody punch in 352 plus, pick a 2-digit number you'd like me to count by, starting at 352. 13. Too small, that's too easy. Yeah. Well, you already picked 352, right? Didn't she start with? Yeah. Okay, that's brutal, but yeah. Okay, so 352 plus 93 equals, and I'm gonna start counting by 93, okay, ready? 445, 538, 631, 724, 817, 910, 1003, 1096, 118, 912, 82, 1375, 1468, 1561, 1654, yada, yada, yada. Same speed. So I'm not memorizing, I am tuned into numbers. So I promise you, if we could share with children this basic exercise that everything goes back to 9, it'll just get them on the right track to seeing numbers. So please share that, especially if you have kids in your life that are around 9 years old. You will be surprised by some kids, and other kids you'll be like, how have they made it this far? They've just memorized their math facts. They didn't really get math, and now we're trying to push them through algebra. We're losing them. But if we teach them how to understand basic numbers, they'd have a little bit more passion towards learning higher math. So that's the goal there.
That's awesome.
So that's what I'm up to now, buddy. And plus we're playing golf. We missed you last week. We played, just so you guys know, Alice Cooper and his wife Cheryl have a great foundation here in Arizona. It's called Solid Rock Foundation, and their golf tournament's coming up in April. And Mark has been the MC, Mark Cordes, MC. Oh, that's good, right? Okay, so if you support foundations and charities, please consider supporting Alice's foundation. We've played a lot of golf with Alice. He's a very generous guy.
Great.
He's a 4 handicap now, so you'll have to get some shots probably.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'll be doing some shots. Hey, where's it gonna be? Is it gonna be at Los Sendas?
Yeah, it's at Los Sendas. Oh, every year. Los Sendas takes good care of us there.
And they're Mesa Chamber, yeah?
Yeah. They're very generous. They do a great deal for the foundation, help us. By offsetting so many expenses, they make it easier for Alice's charity to make a lot of money.
That's
so,
awesome.
and just so you know what Alice's foundation is about, is this is a place where it's over in, it's near Thunderbird and 51 area. And it's a part of a church campus. And it's open for kids to come in and pick up an instrument and learn how to play. There's an art room, they can just start drawing, and all these creative areas. So it's basically 20 years ago when we started, it was to get kids out of the gutter mentally, physically, and spiritually. And that's sort of where we're at now with that. So they've done an amazing
That's awesome.
job. Thanks for all your support with that.
Well, my pleasure. And we're gonna try and get Alice to come in and do a Mesa Morning Live sometime.
Good luck. His tea time is 7 a.m. every morning. So this is just the opposite of what he's thinking.
Well, I know you're busy. Thank you for being. I can tell you're busy because you haven't seen a razor in a while.
Yeah.
I like it. It's kind of the Unabomber look. I like this.
I need a hoodie.
He's doing his calendar manifesto from his shack. His shack up in the White Mountains. Hey, what are you driving these days?
A Jeep. I always have a Jeep.
It's dirty, and we don't like it out in our parking lot here. So here is a $100 gift card to get, and 100 if you add that up and subtract 9, it 91. At 9.
Nah.
And
I got to straighten that out. Mark, come on.
I know what it is.
1 plus 0 plus 0 is 1.
1.
100 minus 1
is 99.
9, which is 18. 1 and 8 is 9.
I know, I got that. I'm just playing the dumb. I'm playing the dumb foil. Take this, get your car detailed.
Thank you.